Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss, and this is a very special show because we're going to wing it. That's what we're going to wing the whole show, as a matter of fact. And what we're talking about, chicken wings. You know, chicken wings weren't always a big star. You know, like prior to 1964, it was the littlest thing on a chicken. And when people ate roast chicken, they had that to nibble in the end if they didn't have quite enough chicken, or they just made stock with it, or some people even threw the wings away. Until 1964, as I said, the Anchor Bar in New York State, in Buffalo Wings, remember that? They ran out of food, they had to make a snack, they had some wings sitting around, they decided to fry them up, they had some blue cheese sitting around, they say, how about some blue cheese with those wings? And maybe even a little celery, because that was the last vegetable they had to serve with the chicken wing. So that's how it all started in 1964, and we're gonna start right here on New Day Cleveland with sort of the way they did it, except they deep fry them, and I know at home, you don't like to deep fry them so much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a way to put them in the oven and make them as crispy as deep fried wings. Like I said, this is a whole show about wings, so this is going to be cool. I bought these wings at Whole Foods. They've already been cut apart, the little tips tossed away. And what we're going to do is we're going to toss them in a secret, well, it was a secret until today, a secret sauce kind of thing, so that they get really crispy in the oven. So here's what you do. I've got about 1 pound to 3 pounds, because you want to do them a pound at a time because you don't want to have too much and you don't get all the stuff on there. But if you look at this real close, it says baking powder. And if you put this baking powder on there, along with almost a teaspoon of kosher salt, and then you toss this around, what's going to happen is we're going to get a nice little dusting on this. And what this is going to do, it's going to help us dehydrate some of the moisture out of the skin on the chicken. So we're not going to just start cooking these right away. What we're going to do is, see, I've got that all on there and it all disappeared. We're going to do that with all of them. We're going to take these and we're going to stack them so they don't touch each other on a foil lined pan on a rack, so that way the air goes all the way around them. That. And we're going to dry these babies out. Now, it takes 8 hours. I did it overnight the last time I did it. And what happens is you end up with wings, use this hand here, you end up with the wings that are going to be like really crispy and still juicy on the inside. I don't want to put my chicken hand on my measuring spoons there. Get that? Like that. So we're going to get these all lined up on the pan, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take them out to the refrigerator. We're going to leave them there at least 8 hours and maybe overnight. Okay, these have been in the refrigerator about 8 hours. You can do it 8 hours or overnight. And once again, that baking powder with the salt dries them out in the refrigerator. So when you put them in the refrigerator, uncovered, just leave them wide open like that, and they'll dehydrate a little bit, take some of the water out of the skin. So now we put them in a hot oven. As hot as your oven will get, 400, 450, 450 is probably even better. And we're going to put them in there for about 40, 45 minutes. Okay, here we are 45 minutes later. I gave them a little turn in the middle too, just to make sure both sides are perfect. But take a look at this. They look like they've been fried. Nice and shiny and crispy, really delicious. Here, take a look at this one. Juicy on the inside, delicious, crispy. The house doesn't smell like I've been frying something, and they're probably even better for you. But it's missing something, right? We're gonna make a sauce for these, but first, we're gonna head over to the west side. That's right, Natalie's winging it too.
This is where the wing magic happens here at the Rusty Barrel in Westlake. Dave's hard at work. I got my man Rusty over here, who you've really become the wing king in Westlake, I feel like. You guys have so many awards for your delicious wings. What's the secret?
Made with love. No, we've been doing it for so long now. We never changed from the first day we started doing it. So we keep true to our ingredients. We keep true to our process to make sure that they're the same every time, and it's been working for us.
So what is the process like? Are they all deep fried?
Yeah, we start with a fresh, never frozen. That's key as well.
Fresh, never frozen, definitely key.
Exactly. We par cook them in the mornings for our evenings. That way, when they come out and they get deep fried a second time, they come out more crispy. And that's one of the things we found with almost all of our customers, is they're always looking for a nice crispy wing.
So how many different flavors do you
have? Well, you can almost combine anything.
So you can make an endless amount of wings.
Yes, exactly. So we do 12 to 14 different flavors on our menu, and then we've had people mix and match some, so it's almost endless. Wednesday night is our wing night, 50-cent wing night from 4 o'clock until the kitchen closes around 10. and it's orders in 6 or 12 or however you want to get it, dine in only, and it's just we pack them in.
I mean, you don't hear about that often anymore at restaurants, so that's a good deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, we still love it. We've been doing it forever. So Dave's going to be saucing it up in the pan. We're going to use our in-house barbecue sauce. Tosses those around to make sure that they're nice and evenly coated. And from here, we're going to end up going on the grill, char it up. It actually cooks the sauce onto the wing a little bit better, makes it a little sticky.
And these are the wings that all those awards are out there for?
These are them. These are the grilled Cajun barbecue wings. We're going to season them with our Cajun-Spice blend.
Oh, I'm not leaving here without trying one of those, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
That and a whole lot more. I'm gonna sit outside and wait for you guys.
Sure.
Let you cook up a couple more.
Absolutely.
And we'll taste these flavory treats.
Get that nice caramelized barbecue sauce and a good char looking on them. Get some grill marks and voila.
I had to get Michelle on camera, so here she comes with all of the wings. Oh, wow. Okay. There's one. Here's two. Keep them coming. So this is the award winners right here.
You got it.
Finished product.
Yep.
See all the trophies behind us, guys?
Yep.
These are what got you that.
Yeah, definitely.
So
the grilled Cajun barbecue.
you know that I can't not try one of these. Oh.
Getcha. Yep.
He knew I needed those. You can't have wings without celery and blue cheese. That is to die for.
Excellent.
I see now. They stopped having this contest in Westlake. Was it because you kept winning every year? I think that's why.
We're not really sure. We're going to go with that, though. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what in the world are those? Because I feel like I would go nuts over these.
Those are Sriracha Ranch.
I knew it. I knew it. Like, you don't understand how in heaven I am right now.
That's awesome.
So why do you think people love your wings so much?
You know, I think people love wings in general, and we always just try to put our best foot forward constantly. And these guys in the back have done a fantastic job to keep our standards up, and you know, just
I've never seen this wing done anywhere. Sriracha Ranch, you said?
Sriracha Ranch.
That's a hit in my book.
Yeah, the guys in the back came up with that, and it's been a winner for us for sure.
It's incredible. Those honey, I'm gonna play the guessing game.
There you go.
Honey mustard?
You got it.
What is that? There's sesame seeds on those.
Yeah, it's our Asian blend, Asian sesame.
You have some variations of wings that I haven't seen done before. I like this.
We try to get away from the standard. I mean, you'll have your standards, your hots and your barbecue and whatnot, and they're all fantastic, but we try to put out a variety of some unique stuff for you.
And what's that one again?
That is our 6-pepper garlic parmesan.
6-pepper garlic parm.
Yes.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. No, but 6.
But 6. Exactly.
And that again?
That, just a variation of the same. It's a 6-pepper garlic. It's just without the Parmesan cheese.
These two are my number one, although I haven't tried anything else yet. I'm sure I love all of them. You're open from lunch until dinner.
Yep.
And the only day you're closed?
We're actually open every day. We just open later on Mondays. We're open at 4 o'clock on Mondays. So we're just closed for lunch on
Any day of the week. And don't forget about wing night on Wednesdays.
Wednesday night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to dig in. This is a feast right now. This is delicious.
Enjoy.
Some crazy good flavors there, but when we come back, we're gonna go old school with the old sauce they used to make buffalo wings famous at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Yes, we are winging it, chicken winging it, and a little bit earlier on, I showed you how to oven bake these using the bacon powder method that gives you really crispy wings out of the oven so you don't have to put up with any frying. And talk about being a whole lot more healthy. Terrific stuff, man, and really delicious and tasty, even without the sauce. But sauce, like they made in Buffalo at the Anchor Bar, what we use is, we're gonna use Frank's original hot sauce right here, and we're gonna use 3/4 of a cup. So I've got 3/4 of a cup here, and we're also gonna combine it with butter. Now, okay, we're gonna use butter, and we're gonna use 1/3 of a cup. So 1/3 of a cup is, you read the label on here, and you just slice off on 1/3 of a cup, and 1/3 of a cup is that much. So that much of a stick of butter. And what you do is you melt it in a pan. And look at this, I've melted it in the pan, but I didn't get it bubbly and all that because I didn't want the fat to separate from the butter. I wanted the butter just to stay just like, not cold, not warm, but just melted. So we're not worried about being real hot. We just want it melted. And then what we do is we just stir in our 3/4 cup of Frank's hot sauce. Okay, we got our Frank's hot sauce in there with the butter, and we just swirl it around a little bit. Okay, that's plenty mixed enough. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all our wings in a big bowl. I think I'll just use the old mitts here, right? Here's where you might want to toss them around a little bit. So check it out. That's how you do it. We take our bowl of wings, we drop them in there. Okay, so there's the wings. Ooh, that's 3 pounds, so you know how many are in a pound, so that way you know how many you want to make for everybody. And then I think over here, I've got something else. This is another mainstay. This is the celery and blue cheese. So it's like a blue cheese dressing kind of thing. Some people use ranch. That's one of those things. And I think just to kick it up a little, you put a little paprika on it. Won't change the flavor, but it'll make it look a little nicer. You've got the celery, you've got the wings made in the oven, crispy, and the beautiful sauce. It's the original stuff, right? So you know the recipe and you know that's the original stuff. Now how about one that's a secret recipe and it's also delicious?
Dina's Pizza and Pub. We are located in the heart of Old Brooklyn, near the Cleveland Zoo. When people come here, they feel like they're at home. Everyone is comfortable when they come here. It's kind of like a Cheers. And even if we don't know you, we make you feel comfortable. When I graduated from high school, I was just undetermined on whether or not I wanted to go to college. And back then, so many years ago, my parents were just, they were pushing me to do something that I enjoyed, and I enjoyed cooking. So I figured, what the heck? And I opened up a small little storefront and started just on my own, started from scratch, everything, and I stuck with it. We go through a lot of chicken wings at Dina's Pizza and Pub.
At least 300 by 11 o'clock this morning.
I would say about 2,000 pounds a week. In the front here, we have our traditional buffalo wings, and then we have garlic parmesan, our barbecue wings, 6-pepper wings, and this is our house hot, and this is what won us our the best wings in Northeast Ohio, and our house mild. This also won us the title of best wings in Northeast Ohio. And both of the sauces, they're on the sweet side, and the hot, of course, just has a little bit of a kick to it. Our wing sauces, we have a large variety.
Caribbean jerk, 6-pepper, lemon pepper.
We have 26 wing sauces. Some of them are wet, some of them are dry rub. Pretty much something for everyone.
Just put our sauce in there.
The traditional wings are buffalo, and is just a buffalo sauce, which would be like a red hot and butter. Our house mild is an ancient Italian secret. So if I told you, I'd have to kill you. Everyone gets a kick out of every time I say that, but it's just a recipe that I literally lost sleep over, trying to come up with something different and trying a ton of wings, and it's good. It's just sweet and it has a little kick to it. Our jar sauce has been a big hit since we started bottling it. People come back week after week. We see the same faces. And in fact, we always run out of mason jars. In the wintertime, I'm scrambling, running around, trying to find jars so that we can jar our sauce.
This is our house mild. This is one of our most popular sauces. This is our house hot. This is another very popular sauce. The hot and the mild, we dip directly in the sauce and we pull it right out.
And then we also, our 911 sauce is really good.
It's everything hot that we have in the building.
We even hide the hot sauce upstairs in my office. It's lethal, yeah. A lot of people complain that they can't find a place to park. We offer a convenient pickup window. So you can come here with pajamas on, rollers in your hair, and you don't have to get out of the car, and you can use our pickup window. A few years ago, we won Best Wings in Old Brooklyn, and then our most recent is Best Wings in Northeast Ohio. And that was a really fun competition. I would suggest that people just come out and try their own and choose for themselves what their favorite sauce is.
We'll have much more of the best chicken wings in Northeast Ohio. bringing out my secret weapon here. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's our special show of Winging It. It's all about chicken wings, and yes, I'm going to make something in the crock pot that's going to be, well, a little different. And speaking about a little different, here's a place that always hits the mark, and they're a little different. It's called Graffiti, a social kitchen.
Graffiti, a social kitchen. We're in Gordon Square in the Battery Park neighborhood. That's on the corner of West 76 and Battery Park. We're right by Edgewater. There's a walkway right to the lake right by us. There's a lot of art things going on. There's art studios around us, so there's a lot always going on around Graffiti, a social kitchen. We like to take food you know and just heighten it to a level that you haven't seen before. So we want to keep things comfortable, fun, exciting, but really delicious and like really close to home at the same time. We definitely try and make experiences for you are just things you've known and eaten before, and just make them completely flipped around and presented in just a fun, unique way with just a little bit different of a flavor profile. So doing chicken wings, we just don't want to fry them and put them on a plate for you. So what we do is we do a short cure on them. Salt, sugar, thyme, lemon, chili flake. Let that sit for about 2 hours so they really infuse that flavor. And then we rinse them off, and then we cook them down in chicken fat for about 2 hours, which is a process called confit. It's a French technique, and all you do is you just kind of do like a slow braise at 200 degrees in the oven, and they cook all the way through, but it keeps them super tender, super moist, tons of flavor. So the first thing we want to do is take our wings, which we have already confit, and take our seasoned flour, and we just want to dredge them in there lightly and just get them lightly coated. So then we have our buttermilk. I'm going to take them after they've been dredged in there, pat off that flour, just get them nicely coated in that buttermilk, toss them around in there again, and put them right back in the flour. And this is going to help create like a nice crunchy crust, just to resemble just how fried chicken would be. So once you have that, we're going to take them over here, lightly pat off as much flour as I possibly can. I'm going to just drop them right in. I'm going to let them fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. So while that's going, we're going to go ahead and start with our sauces. What we have for our sauce is a house-made pumpkin butter, which is just fresh pumpkin that we cook down with a little bit of cinnamon, sugar, and some other spices. So once your wings come up, what you have will look like this. Nice, crispy, crunchy wings. Put them in our bowl. And we're just gonna hit them with just a little bit more salt. Go ahead and just place them on. And then we have a cranberry hot sauce, which we'll coat with the wings, which is made from cranberry, chilies, a little bit of onion, garlic, and vinegar that we cook down as well. And then you have Graffiti, a social kitchen's chicken wings. It's a very fun take on a pretty traditional classic.
28.
Coming up after the break, one of the best places in Northeast Ohio for wings. And don't forget, we're making buffalo wing dip.
Welcome back to our show, all about wings. It is one of my favorite things, whether you like them barbecue, or you like them buffalo style, or you just like them plain. We had to make a stop at this next location in Euclid. We're right on Lakeshore Blvd. It's Kim's Wings, and people are telling me you can't leave home without these.
Kim's Wings are the best. They are the best. I've went other places, but when I want a good wing, I always come here.
There is a line waiting outside here. I can see why this place is always packed to have the best wings. Keep it going. See, it's so busy back here in this tight little kitchen. This is Kim. This is her mom, Barbara. Now, but Kim, the place is named after you.
Yes.
You're one of how many kids?
I have 12.
And how did we get the name Kim's Wings, and how were you the fortunate child?
Well, I was the baby, of course, and they loved me the most of us.
Oh, really? I also heard a little rumor by this one that she was going into labor with Kim and said she wouldn't go to the hospital until she got her wings. So this woman loves her wings. This is why we have the wings we have here today. But it's not just wingdings you give. I mean, you're giving huge wings.
For wing, yes. Yes.
So what's the secret then? Why does everybody love these so much?
It's the batter. It's crispy. but you know, crispy and flaky. And it's the barbecue sauce. Our barbecue sauce is the absolute best.
Okay, so the barbecue is the big hit.
Right.
How many flavors do you make? Then you have the barbecue.
And we have a buffalo that's kind of a sweet hot.
Yummy.
And then just plain.
And you can do a plain too.
Yes.
Do you see the size of these things? They're huge. So you have 2 locations?
We do. 149th in St. Clair.
And then the one we're at right here on Lakeshore.
Lakeshore, yes.
All right, this business has obviously worked. You've been doing this for how many years?
40 years.
40 years.
Yeah.
These wings obviously cannot be beat. Okay, well, once some of those are cooked, how does it work with the sauces?
Well, we're gonna put them in a tray, and these are the sauces. This is our barbecue, and this is our buffalo.
Mom, help us out here. You want to get in here? Oh, look, she
Mine.
knows what she's doing.
We're gonna put them in here.
Do people normally? I mean, you have a couple tables out there where people can come and sit.
Yeah, we have people to come in and sit.
Normally do a takeout. This is the sauce. Is this the famous
That's
sauce?
our bottled sauce, yes.
So not only can you get the wings that are barbecue, you can buy the sauce if you love it that much.
And we have a lot of people that do, especially around holidays. They come in and buy bottles of sauce for their ribs. We have gallons.
By the gallon too?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna let you get to work. I'm gonna just watch you here. Is there a time length we cook those to perfection?
Yeah, it takes about between 12 and 15 minutes to cook.
Okay, so it takes some time.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
And now this is not all family working here, but everybody feels like family here.
Yes.
It's one big family.
One big family.
I'm gonna let him keep working. I'm gonna have you start saucing some up, and then when we're done, we're gonna go out there and do a little sampling, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So we have it sitting out here in front of us now. I don't know where to begin. I'm just gonna start. I'm guessing this is the famous barbecue sauce.
Yes, it is. Famous barbecue sauce.
So, and I saw those gallon jugs back there. I mean, you can, if you love this, you can definitely buy more and more and more. It doesn't have to end with just the wings.
Right, exactly.
So, this is the regular then?
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people want just plain.
Yeah, a lot of people eat plain, because some people can't eat sauce. You know.
And back there, that's the buffalo?
That's the buffalo, and it's really, really good. It's hot.
I was gonna say, is it
But
spicy
it's
because it looks a
also
little spicy?
a little sweet.
So what do you think makes your wings stand out?
Well, everything is different. Our sauce is not the basic barbecue sauce. It's, it has a little tang to it. Our buffalo sauce has a little sweetness to it. It's not just like hot sauce. And our battered wings, the fact that they're the whole wing, makes them stand out.
Do you think, I would think that a lot of people come in here because it's chicken, they wish they could make it home, but they just can't figure out how to do it.
And they've tried. I've had people say they've tried.
And said they come here.
Yeah.
So you can order these, but what I love, and now I understand why, when I first looked at your menu, I was like, people order one wing, but I wasn't realizing how big they are. So you can get them as one wing, you can get them as 6, a dozen?
50, 100, however many you want.
So I'm guessing you can do a little catering for people
We
too.
do catering, yes, we do.
You run the whole gamut. And then what else do you have here?
Well, this is a Polish boy. It's pretty famous here also. It's Polish sausage with coleslaw, french fries, and barbecue sauce. And it's just really, really good.
It looks like it's delicious.
It's a
Now,
whole meal in one.
You're one of 12, as we mentioned.
Yes.
Do your other brothers and sisters, they get involved in this at all, or is it?
No,
They're just mad at you because it's named after you, and they're like, forget it, I'm not involved in this restaurant.
They didn't want to work so hard, so they went a different route.
I love it. So when you're thinking about wanting some really good fried wings, you gotta come to Kim's Wings. 2 locations, don't forget. The one that's here on Lakeshore Boulevard, and the other one again?
149th in St. Clair.
You don't want to miss it. How many days a week are you open?
St. Clair's open 7 days a week.
Nice.
Euclid's closed on Sundays.
Only Sundays?
Only Sundays.
I think that's acceptable. We'll give you some time to catch a break
Thank
too.
you.
All right. Thanks. Guess what? I can't leave without trying this. Should I go for these?
Go for those.
Okay, we'll go for the
You'll love
barbecue.
it.
Oh, the batter
Gotta
is
get
so
you in.
nice and soft.
Okay, I've been a little devious over here thinking about some kind of great buffalo wing dip kind of deal, and we're gonna make it in a slow cooker, right? Cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with, we've got 2 8-ounce packages of Philadelphia cream cheese. See, it's room temperature. That's important to get it room temperature. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a 1/2 cup of ranch dressing in it. And when you eat wings, they either give you a blue cheese or they give you a ranch to go with it, right? So we got the ranch component in there. And I think just to make it a little extra special, we're gonna put a 1/2 cup of sour cream in here. I'm gonna mix that in. And then we talked about blue cheese. We cannot do this without the blue cheese. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in about half a cup of blue cheese. And of course you can alter this however you want when you make it yourself at home a couple times. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this all together. Ooh, isn't that fun? Just look at that. So we get that all together. And this is a slow cooker thing, right? I'm gonna pull a slow cooker thing up here so you can get a good look at it. We're gonna take this and we're gonna layer it. So in here, we're gonna put our first layer. And that's all that beautiful creamy stuff on the bottom. This is only gonna take a couple hours to make. So this is one of those things that you go, oh my goodness, I should have started this yesterday. This is one of those things you can go like, ooh, I need one more dish. I don't have the time to do it. I can't stand around when you make it in the slow cooker, and that's how you get it started, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna move that out of the way. And now it's gonna require some chicken, shredded chicken. So here's what I did. I got one of those rotisserie chickens at the grocery store, and I kept it warm, and then I took the skin off of it, and I took it apart, and then I took 2 forks like this, and I just sort of shredded it. Because you need to have this shredded, because this is a dip, right? You see, I got a whole bowl of it right here already, but I did want to show you how to do that. Sometimes I say do something, someone says, well, how do you do that? All you do is, you just get crazy. You go medieval on it, so to speak. I think I heard that in a Quentin Tarantino movie one time. So I went medieval on the chicken. I got all these nice pieces. And I'm gonna put that on top of my cheesy base with the rest of it. So you got, it's a couple cups of chicken, that's what you want. And that usually comes, you'll get that out of one of those small rotisserie chickens. They cost you like $5, or you can poach a chicken or whatever. I think this is a nice, easy way to do it. Plus you get that good roasted flavor. Okay, you got that? That was pretty simple. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 3/4 cup of Frank's hot sauce on top. So we need that to happen, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yes, sirree. You can take your time because once you walk away from this, crock pot's gonna do the job for you. And then we're gonna mix in some green onions. So these will give it a little freshness. Don't be afraid to put some of the green part in there. Just if you cut your finger off, don't put your finger in there because you can never sneak that by your guests. They'll hold it against you for life. Okay, there you go. Put that in there. I'm gonna give that a, I don't wanna mess up my layers, but I want all my onions in one place, right? Then what we're gonna do, boy, this is so hard, isn't it? Okay, very easy, that's what I'm saying. Any kind of cheese you wanna melt. Cheddar, this is some of that Mexican Chihuahua cheese that I like. You can put that 5 Mexican cheese thing you see in the store, right in the dairy cabinet. So it's all pretty simple. So let's look around the table here. How do we look? How do we look? It looks like we've got every single ingredient in there. We got the ranch dressing, we got the blue cheese, some sour cream, we got the Frank's Red Hot, we've got the chicken. I sound like I'm talking about the components of a buffalo wing dip. So, put the lid on it, put it in the crock pot, push the button over here, time cook. I'm gonna put it on at 8 hours because I want it on the low speed, but I'm gonna stop it after 2 hours. So that's it right there. We'll find out what it tastes like after the break. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's abracadabra time on the wing dip here. I'll give you a little tilt of that so you can see what it looks like here. So we got buffalo chicken wing dip made in the slow cooker. Takes about 2 hours. Really what you're doing is just sort of melting all that stuff and getting it together. And then I put some chips out, multi-grain chips. I'm trying to be healthy. What do you think of that? Is that crazy or what? So I'm gonna take a little piece out of here, like this. See the chicken on it? I'm gonna set this right here. I'm gonna make a couple of these little babies. So what you could do with this is, what's cool about having it in a slow cooker is it sits in the slow cooker, it stays warm, or you can make little canopies like this with it. Or if it cools down, you want to heat it up again, you just plug in the slow cooker again, and that's all you have to do. So it is a beautiful little dip. And if you're trying to be even healthier than the multi-grain crackers. Oh yeah, I'd do this again. That's good. You could always resort to the celery, which isn't a bad way to go. Chicken wings, so many ways to make them. You can even make them in a dip. But I'll tell you who can make them well as good as anyone in the entire country. It's a place called the Greenhouse.
At the Greenhouse Tavern, you can expect farm to table, fresh food, locally grown, sourced all over. Expect a green atmosphere. We try to strive for healthy for the environment, as well as bringing some really good cuisine to the table. We're best known for our classic chicken wings, fall off the bone, delicious, crispy, like lemony goodness. Our wings have been nominated for awards all over, mentioned specifically in Food and Wine Magazine, USA Today, and the New York Times. Recently, Chef Jonathan Sawyer just won Best Chef in the Great Lakes region. It's kind of like the Oscar of the culinary world. We cure our wings in a mixture of salt, brown sugar, and chili flakes for about 24 to 48 hours to make sure that flavor profile is spot on, the salt level's perfect. As soon as we're done with that, we slow cook them overnight for about like 8 hours or so in their own fat. That pretty much cooks them all the way through. As soon as the wings are pulled out of this step, they're already pre-cooked, ready to go. They just need to be thrown in the fryer for about 3 more minutes to give them that crispy look. So while those are frying, our fry cooks usually pull one of these, smash them up to get all the oils and juices going. No sauce, strictly just lemon juice, garlic, and scallions. It's just a balance between the saltiness as well as like the cure into it. You get a little bit of sweetness from that brown sugar. Lemon juice goes great on everything, and it just mixes really well. Fresh green scallions and a little bit of jalapeno just for a little bit of heat. That's not going to overkill. It works super well. You'll see these big baskets of fryer be absolutely packed with nothing but our wings for like one major table. All organic grown, so they're not like those jumbo, like GMO style wings. They're all a little bit tinier, which means there's no chemicals, no hormones, nothing pumped into them, all fresh, all natural. These wings are delicious. They've been the same way since we've opened. There's a reason why we have not changed this recipe at all.
Oh yeah, you don't need sauce to make all the chicken wings taste great, and of course Greenhouse Tavern just proved that. But how about a place that's got a bunch of sauces? Check it out.
We are here on Pearl Road in Strongsville at a place called Jerky-n-Spice, and today I'm going to add a little bit to your name. I'm going to call it Jerky-n-Spice and Everything Nice, because Terry, everything in here is nice to me. I love it. So I want to start in the front of your store here, because this is where a lot of the beef jerky is. So tell me about some of I love that you have a section here where people can come and sample.
Well, we have samples out there because this is not your typical grocery store jerky, the Jack Links and things like that.
Okay.
This is all gourmet jerky. It's a little more expensive than the grocery store jerky, but once someone opens up and takes a taste,
let's show you guys.
They're pretty much hooked.
And I'm surprised you still have stuff left in here, because we've been nibbling. It is so good. You can tell it is gourmet. It might be a little bit more pricey, but it's worth it. This is a whole section of hot sauce. What are all the stickers on here for?
Well, we have a little heat rating chart from moderately hot to not fit for human consumption and direct human consumption, because we don't want someone burning their tongue off unexpectedly. And there are people, however, that are called chili heads that just love the hottest thing in the world. So we do have several of these that are of the Red Star variety.
So do you, I feel like people come in here from all over the place and want this. Do you ship this out too?
All over the world.
All over the world?
Yeah. And we have customers in Russia and in China and all over.
Wow. So where do you get some of these things from? I see it all over the table here too.
Yeah, this is the hottest sauce you can possibly buy. They rate heat levels by something called Scoville units. And a jalapeno pepper, for your just for your information, is 2,500 Scoville units. That's the heat level. This is 9 million.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am staying away. Who would eat that? What do you do
No
with
one
that?
in their right mind. It's for the person that wants to own the hottest sauce in the world.
And they just look at it, basically.
Well, they can take a toothpick, put a toothpick in it, and dip the toothpick in 5 gallons of chili, and that chili's probably still too hot to eat. That's how hot
Wow. Wow. Okay, so what about this section over here? I love the sticks. I always buy these somewhere, but I'm sure these are better than anything I've ever tasted.
Well, these are our wild game selections. We have everything from alligator to pheasant and kangaroo and ostrich and what have you. 10 flavors of jerky and 14 flavors of smokies. And people buy them in variety packs, all of one, mixture of others. And
then do you ship those out too? I see this free gift box here. What's it?
Yeah, anybody that buys 10 or more, if they want to take it in a gift box, we put it in a gift box, or we can put it in a bag, whatever they prefer.
Oh, this is cool. Now you have things here for people to smoke and make things themselves. Do you do that here?
We don't do it ourselves here.
Okay.
But we're going to be having jerky making classes here. We'll actually have an opening. They can sign up and register. We'll have like 10 people at a time come in, and we'll go over and show them how to make the jerky with the sauces and seasonings that we have.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm in heaven. I love the sauces. I love the jerky, and I think people when they come in here and check this out are going to get that gourmet feel and really enjoy what they're tasting. So Jerky-n-Spice here on Pearl Road in Strongsville. Come see Terry, everyone.
Okay, have you had enough wings? How about just one more? Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's all about wings today, and this is, of course, the buffalo wing dip. Getting a little bit out here because we're going to have a little party. You talking about a little party? Did you get enough wings? You know what they told me to say? How about just one more?
There you go, dear. Just one more became just one more because of a customer who had it etched on his glass. And every time he went, give me just one more, we had to go back, go get him another beer. So I said, if I ever own a bar, I said, that's what I'm going to name it. And so then I had the opportunity, and there it was. They come in here for the jumbo wings. Now they're whole wings, which is different than anybody else does. Most people do the small party wings, whatever, and they call them jumbo, but they're not. These are the whole wing.
This is our house barbecue. It's a homemade mild sauce. This is our wild sauce. Almost every pepper that you can think of. So it's pretty hot.
We have quite a range, but our best seller is probably the hot garlic.
Mix of garlic and heat.
We make most of our sauces from in-house ingredients. They're always fresh, okay? They're never frozen. We have them delivered, 2 or 3 times a week. They cook up a little bit faster than the frozen ones do, and we cook them the way people want them. It's very important to them to cook them crispy, extra crispy, not crispy. And it's just like ordering a steak. I want it rare, I want it medium rare, same kind of thing. And it's all about how you cook them. We learn how to say, would you like them crispy, extra crispy? Oh yeah, And they do that, and it makes a big difference on how they love them. People look for a place that they can walk in the door and feel really comfortable. All my bartenders have been here since the day I started. They enjoy being here. It's just perfect like that, and that's why I liked it. That's why I started working here, and that's why I bought it.
Our search for the best wings is taking us down south to Medina.
Tap Medina is our newest location, and we have a very large patio. We have a stage. We feature 3 bars, 1 inside, 1 outside, and then in our seasonal room, our doors open up for the summertime. And we do a grilling on the patio. We have a separate grill outside that has garage doors that slide up, and we put a cook or 2 out there, and we do ribs, kebabs, barbecue chicken, and a lot of stuff, which was pretty big hit this summer, so the food was phenomenal. On Tap specializes in wings, and we have 40 craft beers on tap. We do an all-you-can-eat wing buffet on Monday, and then we do a wing night on Thursday night. It's 59-cent wings, 5 to close. And then our wing buffet is just all of our different wings. We do a couple different sauces out in the front of the house, and you get a wristband when you order it, and then you can walk up and pick whatever wings you want, and then you can go back for more and more and more.
Can I get you guys anything else?
The 25 wing sampler, it's in a round bowl, and it has a center for, we actually serve a small order of fries with it. So it has 5 separate sections, and you can do boneless or traditional with your 5 favorite flavors.
We start out the day, we're gonna blanch them for 6 minutes. So we drop the wings, we're gonna cook them for about 4 minutes until they're nice and crispy, and then from then we'll get them out and we'll throw sauce on them and finish the platter up. These are getting about done. We're just looking for the final golden color to it there. We make all of our wing sauces in-house at the beginning of the day. We have our honey barbecue, our OG, garlic butter, the Parmesan, teriyaki, firehouse, and creeper.
A lot of our regulars come here for our original sauce. The original sauce is a thicker sauce, and it's made with a lot of butter, and so it's really good. And it has a little bit of a kick to it, but not much. And that's what I definitely like about our wing sauces, is you start with the original, you work yourself up to medium hot firehouse, and then our creeper, which is, you know, it hurts your nose when they're making it because it's so hot.
We're gonna take 5 of each wing and take them, put them in the sauces here. We try to use 3 drums and 2 wings, or vice versa.
We have a couple of people that come in and eat, you know, the 25 wing sampler to themselves, or, you know, 50 wings to themselves. Mostly, you know, men and young boys who can afford to eat that much.
That's a 25 wing sampler.
We are completely family friendly. That's something that we made sure that we carried over with us. You know, as much as we do the bar atmosphere, we also do the family. We like the kids to come too. Our wings are fantastic. All of our sauces are made in-house, so come see us at any of our on-tap locations to try out our wings.
Well, there it is, folks. We did a whole 1-hour show on the most insignificant part of a chicken. Well, at least it was that way before 1964, when the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York decided to find a way to make them as a late night snack when they ran out of other foods. And as you can see, we can make them a lot of different ways. I think the Frank's hot sauce is probably the big key for me. I like that in all of them, but as you saw Jonathan Sawyer's The Greenhouse Tavern, he's got a special sauce that makes his place the top 10 in the country, one of the top 10. Can you believe that? So here we go, folks. We've got chicken wings all different kinds of ways. Don't forget blue cheese or ranch. We've got the celery. We got the chips. Hot sauce. It's a winner. I'm David Moss, and for Natalie Herbeck, we'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland. Enjoy. I am.